So, why don't we catch up on some news? Catch up. Let's just catch up with each other. So today alone, and actually the past 2 days, DC's been coming out with some interesting news. Warner Brothers has been coming out with some very interesting, some of which has come out literally as I hit the start streaming button. A piece of news was dropped in all of our laps. Let me pull up the article so I could get whatever information I can get quickly. But one of the before I get the article for one piece of news, let me go with this other one. The Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman, might be in more serious trouble than we might all think. And I'm trying to say this with an open mind and an open heart. The movie is now going through its own page one rewrite. Now, couple streams ago, I said the same thing about The Flash. And that was the time where I started talking about how the Batman was being rewritten. And Ben Affleck dropped out as the director. The Flash is getting a page one rewrite, which means love the actor, love the character Barry Allen, love the Flash, hate everything else, change everything else. That's what's happening here. Love the Batman, love Bruce Wayne, love Gotham, hate everything else. So now the story's being rewritten. Now, this is just a rumor. And I have to say this again because I don't want people like saying, oh, yeah. Just a rumor. Ben Affleck is rumored to possibly not want to do Batman. Now, because it's a rumor, I don't know the details as to whether or not he does not want to do this Batman in this movie, or after the Batman, he's done. There's a lot of moving parts going on with this movie. Ben Affleck, I thought, was one of the better parts of Batman v Superman. I thought he was a terrific Bruce Wayne in Batman for the universe that he's in. I don't think he would have been able to survive in Chris Nolan's universe, nor Tim Burton's universe. But in the Zack Snyder world, in the DCEU, where Warner Brothers runs the show, he was a good Batman. He was the saving grace of Batman in Batman v Superman. He was even good in Suicide Squad. He's not happy. And it's starting to show. For someone who's saying that he needs a lot of focus to do something, if you take the carpet right underneath him, he's not going to want to do it anymore. He'll just fall over. So that's just a rumor. That has not been confirmed yet. No news sources really picked it up. It's just rumblings. But this isn't good. This isn't good when the man who is supposed to direct and star in your movie has dropped out of directing and is now looking to drop out of the movie itself. That means that this movie won't get made till after Justice League 6. And Justice League is going to be quite awkward with Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne and Batman because they've taped all of it, or most of it, and all of it, and maybe have to do a couple of reshoots, which, knowing Warner Brothers, they'll do, because that's what they do to every single one of the DC movies, except for, surprisingly enough, Wonder Woman. So the DCEU is, like, every week is in more trouble and more trouble and more trouble. Okay, now, so the news that came out tonight right before I started the stream was Mel Gibson of Crazy Psychotic and Braveheart accolades is slated to is in talks to possibly direct Suicide Squad's sequel. So goodbye, David Ayer. You had your chance and you failed miserably. And now you're playing the shoulda, coulda, woulda dance and song. And it looks as if Mel Gibson is in talks to discuss potential collaboration on the studio's franchise of interconnected superhero films, which someone who is close to WB and Entertainment Weekly is saying. It doesn't necessarily mean Suicide Squad. It could mean the Batman, because there were a couple of directors being looked at for that. But it could also mean Suicide Squad 2. There's a whole bunch of possibilities, because Warner Brothers and DC have a whole slate of comic book movies ready to come out. However, none of them are in any sort of planning phases other than the fact that their names are written on pieces of paper with dates next to it. Whereas in Marvel, has all of their films slated through Infinity Wars and is potentially looking to do more on the heels of Spider-Man Homecoming doing great and Black Panther doing well. So Marvel is nowhere near finished, but they have a plan. DC has a bunch of names on paper of people that they want to play, and people that they want to play, and people that they want to portray. Black Adam. Another character. They want Dwayne Johnson. They want this. They want, but they don't have a plan. And now we have stupid, silly stories like this, like Mel Gibson being looked at. Now, Mel Gibson's a fantastic director. Hacksaw Ridge looks fantastic. I can't wait to see it. We Were Soldiers was great. A little nuts, but he knows how to get into it. And he complained about the violence in the Marvel movies, but he called Batman v Superman a piece of shit. Excuse my language. But that's what he called it. And he's not interested in that kind of stuff. But he could be swayed to be interested in that kind of stuff. So, Common wants to be the Green Lantern. That's the thing, is that you have all these people who want to be people, and Common went as far as posting fake advertisement of him as the Green Lantern. And nobody cares, because it's just some guy fan casting himself. And it's starting to wear on the rest of the community, almost as much as like, why are you even making movies anymore? Especially after something like Batman, losing everyone, and Chris from Crit Camp said it perfectly. The reason why they do all this is because of the money. This is a studio driven by money. Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman flopped. However, they made a buttload of money. And enough money for them to continue doing another thing. Now, an example of a franchise that isn't going to move forward is Ghostbusters. And I'm sorry I have to say this, staff, but it's true. It flopped, both review-wise and viewer-wise and money-wise. And Sony is wiping their hands of it. But Warner Brothers is still sitting there saying, hey, listen, we're making money. We're still making money. So we're going to do this. And it's going to work out. And it's going to be great. DC is just... is just seeing dollar signs. And that's where Marvel has them beat. Marvel has a production and a studio behind them that cares more about their fan base and knows that if they make a movie that the fans will love, then they'll come back. Um, and that's where the money is. They'll still make the money because the people will come. I'll go see Ant-Man 3-4 times before I go see Batman v Superman once. You know, I was so excited to see Suicide Squad. I have the extended version. I don't even care about. You know, I only talk about the stuff because it's infuriating. And you know, people are infuriated all over Twitter about the you know, political climate of the US and the rest of the world. I'm more pissed about the fact that Batman is calling it quits, literally. You know, and this is where I'll do it. Um, yeah, Ghostbusters merging. Someone I thought I saw a while ago that they were thinking of doing a Hasbro crossover with Ghostbusters, Transformers, and GI Joe in some fashion. I could be wrong, but DC and Warner Brothers just need to just stop what they're doing. That being said, you know, movies I want to see, you know, that are out or coming out. Um, I definitely want to go see Lego Batman. Beauty and the Beast. I met Gaston. Luke Evans. I met him yesterday. He was a really cool dude. Loved doing it. And of course Logan. And I can't wait to see what that masterpiece is going to be. And that's pretty much all I got for tonight. I got a new desk, so I'm gonna be kind of configuring myself a little bit. I know you really can't see my desk layout right now because it's actually a mess. But I got a smaller desk to kind of fit in this apartment that we live in. So Chelsea could actually walk through here without anybody seeing. It's all for her. Yeah, I know. I kind of want to see it this weekend too. Maybe we'll go instead of work. So yeah, so I don't know if I might stream like me putting the desk together and wiring and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if people are going to be into that kind of stuff. I know other streamers have done it, and whatnot. I'm putting together a Discord. Ugh. I sort of had one set up, and it was kind of like a rush job to get it up and going. But I've been doing, you know, I've been kind of copying off of Chris and Crit Camp, to get one, you know, more situated so we could talk about, you know, so people could talk about things, in between stream, after stream, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I know streaming Legos is the new thing apparently. Yeah, I streamed building Krennic's ship, and I finished the firehouse, the Ghostbusters firehouse. It took me a week about to finish it. But I mean, I was only doing it like after work, a couple hours. I did like 2-3 number bags a night. So it's 3 stories. It's, I don't know, it's the firehouse is finished. I'll take pictures of it and I'll post it up on Twitter. So yeah, Discord's gonna be all set up. Yeah, not yet. So that, you know, and then maybe with the new desk and stuff, I'm gonna start bringing guests in for the shows. Chris said he was gonna see Lego Batman. And you know, we'll talk about that, you know, that movie kind of stuff. You know, I want to make it more interactive. I'll have Daff on so we could discuss more American Horror Story and maybe American Crime Story news. Pretty much anything Ryan Murphy. So Daff's one of our people for that. And yeah, just enjoy the Oscars this weekend if you're gonna watch it. If not, I probably won't do a show like I did with the Grammys tonight, just because you know, I have no horse in the Oscars race. So yeah, So yeah, I hopefully, I'm working on growing, growing growing my community, and trying to get out there with, finding ways to help boost everything and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, I just want to wish everyone a yeah. Let me know what TV shows you're watching. I've been watching The Magicians on Sci-Fi. I finished season one on Netflix. I'm gonna start watching season two. Been watching The Crown with Chelsea. Love season one. John Lithgow as Winston Churchill, as Prime Minister Churchill, is amazing. Um, if you liked John Lithgow in Dexter, then you're gonna love him in The Crown. Season one of Magicians was actually cool. I love that way of magic. The magicians, like, if you don't know what the magicians is, it's it's a show about, it's basically an adult version of Harry Potter. It's like a, what if Harry Potter took place in the present world without like an old school train and all that kind of stuff. And they kind of take a science approach to magic. That magic is not just like inherited, but it's something that you can also learn. It's a really really cool show, and it's based off a book called The Magicians by Leave Groman. Um, yeah. Oh, the nail scene is awesome, and the card scene in the first episode, it's so cool. Yeah, it's a lot like Magnets. So I love The Magicians. I caught up on Agents of Shield. I just started season 4 a couple days ago with Ghost Rider, and I gotta say it's pretty cool. Not as not as whole as Nicolas Cage, but the kid's doing a good job uh as Ghost Rider, so it was cool. I can't wait. Arrowverse. I've been watching The Flash, Supergirl, and Legends. I think I'm gonna start Man in the High Castle soon on Amazon. Um, yes, Ghost Rider. Um, and yeah, I got to start Legion. Um, People said it's a little rough to get through, but you can. I think that's gonna be it for me tonight. So thanks for everyone for being around. Chris, it looks like you were actually here for the whole time. Wow. Daff, so good to see you in the chat again. And keep watching those TV shows and stuff like that. Always hit a follow button. Look me up on Twitter. Send me a message. I'll start sending out messages once Discord is up and running. So we could talk about TV shows and stuff even when I'm not streaming. And maybe I'll bring you in for some shows and stuff. Tomorrow night, Chris and Lyle and people are doing Crit Camp things, and Grit Camp doing Crit Camp stuff. So check them out, 10 p.m. twitch.tv/Crit Camp. And I'll probably see you guys on Sunday, just because I'm not going to be watching the Oscars. So send me some ideas of things to do, and we'll check it out. I listened to All the Way while we were doing this, and I'm not going to play it on air. I just can't. I cannot justify a way of doing that. But maybe I'll talk about it on Sunday after I listen to it fully. Thanks everyone for being out there tonight. I love every single one of you. You know who you are. And let's have everybody stay positive out there. There's a lot of negativity going out there these days. It's stupid. It's petty. Just have fun and hold on to the things that you really enjoy doing, whether it be listening to music, watch TV shows, play games, or do anything else that makes you happy. By all means, just have some fun. That's it. Just have fun. That's all I really want you to see, or want you to do, and all that kind of stuff. Um, have a great time and enjoy the sweet, sweet, wonderful sounds of Lucas Graham and people. Bye. That's not my fader. Bye.